Hello, friends. I just want to welcome you to this brief presentation of the AACO project. My name is Tonderai Chikanda. I'm the project consultant for this AACO project. I'm also coordinating the implementation of the project in Southern Africa and Central Africa by designation from AACO. I just want to go with you through some things that I believe are very important as far as you getting acquainted or conversant with the AACO project is concerned. So the AACO project is actually a project intended to create a continental agroeconomic system using data-driven solutions in Africa. Now, before we proceed, we need to look at what is AACO? What do we mean when we say AACO? Because maybe to somebody this is a new name or a new term. You might not know what is AACO, but I would like to just briefly introduce AACO to you. AACO is an agricultural sectoral organization of International Cooperatives Alliance, which is popularly known as ICA. And we're looking at ICA Africa, which is a regional structure of the globally acclaimed force of the cooperative movement with membership worldwide. That's AACO. It is actually an agricultural sectoral organization of ICA Africa. And ICA Africa is a globally acclaimed organization when it comes to the cooperative concept and the cooperative movement worldwide. So now I want us to move on to look at the AACO project. Now, what are we looking at when we talk about the AACO project? The AACO project is an economic quest to confront socio-economic challenges that have resulted from or resulted in the continuation of the narrative of Africa's poverty. So basically, what we call the AACO project is that economic quest or pursuit to confront socio-economic challenges that have resulted from or resulted in the continuation of the narrative of poverty in Africa. So it is actually a combination of innovations to create systems that deliver significant solutions to some of the limitations that have overstayed on the continent of Africa. So the AACO project is also maybe better known as an economic transformation project that seeks to create a continental agroeconomic system using data-driven solutions in Africa. It is a project that emphasizes research and the use of research-based data and information to guide cooperators in production and marketing decisions and choices as well. Now, the AACO project is characteristically an innovative intervention to develop and implement a combination of strategies that enhance economic capacities of cooperatives and, of course, upscale their competitiveness in the face of a contemporary global economic system. So you realize that from the time that cooperatives were formed, many changes have taken place in how business is done. And as a result, the AACO project is a quest to intervene with an up-to-date approach to do the same things that the cooperatives have done previously, but to do them differently in a greater and better way. And this is actually quite imperative in the face of what we are talking about, the major changes or shifts that have characterized the global economic system over the years. Now, I want us to look a little further into the AACO project. The AACO project actually operates under the auspices of ICA Africa. It is supervised by the AACO technical task team under the oversight of AACO's executive committee, or the AACO EXCO. So the project concept is derived from AACO's strategic goals and objectives that are inscribed in the organization's strategic plan. That is to transform member cooperatives of AACO into sustainable, industrious, prosperous, and vibrant entities economically and financially. And it also captures other goals and objectives of the strategic plan, which include to build and enhance administrative and production capabilities of member cooperatives in order to attain economic competitiveness in the continental and global agricultural spectrum. It also aims to realize one of the goals, which is to assist member cooperatives to utilize modern technology and scientific methods to raise standards of economic productivity and entrepreneurial competitiveness for AACO members. It's one of those aspects within the scope of the AACO project. So the AACO project also endeavors to prepare member cooperatives to upscale their operations and embrace contemporary production and marketing methods and position them to emerge as competitive players in the mainstream business spectrum in their local context. So we're looking at seeing to it that cooperatives are not stuck at the bottom of the log economically, but that they rise up and position themselves competitively to be competitive players in the global economic spectrum. And of course, we are looking at that by helping them to position themselves in the mainstream business spectrum in their local context. Now, this is very important for us to understand that the AACO project has clearly defined goals. The goals of the AACO project, or the main goal of the AACO project, like I said previously, is to create a continental agro-economic system using data-driven solutions in Africa. So this means that the system we're talking about does not currently exist, but it is needed. So it also means that such a system would be based on research through which significant statistics that inform demand, production cost, the dynamics of agroeconomic value, and varying policy frameworks from country to country would be compiled, analyzed, and published for the benefit of stakeholders. The main thrust of the AACO project is to guide and assist agricultural primary cooperatives to anticipate a positively different future, prepare for it, and position themselves competitively to benefit from the great value that characterizes the agroeconomic value chain. Ultimately, the project seeks to see agricultural cooperatives in Africa being organized using a 21st century corporate strategy, economically competitive and significantly benefiting from everywhere their products are found. So the success of this project significantly depends on the adaptability of the structures of cooperatives in each country, as we deal with each country context, one by one, because each of them could be unique in one way or the other. So the project depends on the adaptability of the structures of cooperatives in each country context where the project is embraced. The success also depends on being adaptable, meaning when we say being adaptable, we mean that the cooperatives, choose to learn new ways of doing the same thing that they've done over the years and accept to be properly guided to structure themselves and develop systems and strategies that serve as vehicles to facilitate the required transformation. Now, the project consultant, I'm actually the project consultant of AACO. I'm determined to work together with country-level project coordination teams, which we call CPCTs. I'm actually the central resource person for the project, and I'm available as much as possible to assist every member cooperative in developing project plans and project strategies that are customized to their unique situations to effectively implement this great concept. I also want to recommend that it takes a teachable disposition for cooperatives to unlearn certain things and learn new things so they can see themselves implementing the concept of the AACO project successfully. And of course, as we shall see when we progress with the agro-processing of different farm outputs from different cooperatives in different countries, that it takes that adaptability, that teachability for each of the cooperatives to be able to benefit maximally from this concept. One of the tips for success of the AACO project, which I would like to communicate, of course, is the need to develop a sense of vision, a sense of responsibility, a futuristic heart and mind, and unite in all manner and form to see this vision fulfilled in each country and in Africa at large. So I know there are a number of things that we have spoken about previously about how to implement this project, but maybe central to that is that the project will be implemented at country level by a country level project coordination team, which I referred to previously as the CPCT. So a country level project team or project coordination team is a group of individuals within a specific country who are brought together to work on a particular project. In this case, we're talking about the AACO project. So this team is responsible for carrying out the project's activities within that country. They are actually not an isolated or independent team, but they are part of a larger project, which actually which may be from time to time benefit from the international intervention by the project coordinator or the project consultant. So you realize that though we have this team as a local team, it is actually working under the auspices of a larger team which oversees operations in a particular sub-region. In Africa, we've got 5 sub-regions. We've got Southern Africa, Central Africa, East Africa, West Africa, and North Africa. Now, let's look at the composition of the CPCT, which is the country level project coordination team. The size of the team, of course, would depend on the unique demands of each country's context. But however, each country team is headed by the country coordinator, who is deputized by the country core coordinator. And the country coordinator and the country core coordinator may agree with the team to increase the number of team members or even consider establishing provincial or district level substructures, especially in cases where the country is huge and the number of participating cooperatives is very high across that country. So the team should be headed by an active member of an agricultural primary cooperative, of course, yet augmented by technical experts in key areas such as data management, scientific business and economic research, as well as policy issues. Now, the recommended team composition and the roles are as follows. We are looking at core team members. We have the country coordinator, who actually has overall project leadership in the country and is responsible for project planning, implementation, monitoring, and reporting. Then we have got technical experts who are individuals with expertise relevant to the project's focus areas, such as probably agricultural research, agricultural economics, agricultural education, agricultural supply chain management, agricultural marketing, etc. Then you have a team member or team members responsible for stakeholder engagement. These are the ones that are primarily assigned to see into it that the project team builds and maintains relationships with key stakeholders such as government officials, corporate players, cooperatives in local communities, non-governmental organizations, and any other stakeholders. This is the mandate of the team for stakeholder engagement. Then we have a team member in charge of data management who is responsible for collecting, analyzing, and reporting project data and related data and information. Then not least, but last, we have a team member in charge of communications and public relations who is responsible for internal and external communications that also include reporting to the central project team. Now, what we also recommend is for the country level project coordination team to involve local experts as and when necessary and community members in the project team to ensure that the project has got local ownership and relevance. And of course, to also consider gender balance and cultural sensitivity in each team composition as prescribed or, by various norms and best practices, for each country that is part of the project. So when this AACO project is embraced and the guidelines and the guidance that, we have highlighted here is effectively embraced and implemented, the AACO project can transform member cooperatives of AACO into sustainable, industrious, prosperous, and vibrant entities economically and financially. This is something that really has been well thought. We've thought through this, extensively, and we look forward to support each and every country, each and every cooperative across Africa that is keen to implement this project. So I just communicated this just in case somebody is looking for information to get to know in good detail what are we talking about when we talk about the AACO project. And this is a very great opportunity for agroeconomic transformation in Africa. And I believe that when we unite and we allow ourselves to learn new ways of doing the same things, we get a greater and a better way of doing it. It will result in something very, very fantastic. And that's what we are looking for. I look forward to share with you more information probably in our editions to come. But if you have got any questions or any comments, please just drop them in the comment section. And you can also see my contact email address right there. You can reach out to me if you've got any questions about the AACO project, or you can contact your country coordinator. If your country is already implementing the AACO project, you can contact your country coordinator and you can get to know more, or you can actually have access to have even a meeting, or even we can arrange virtual meetings where I can give you more clarity as far as this project is concerned. So from me, Tondera Chikanda, the AACO project consultant, I'm so grateful for your audience, you watching this short video. Look forward to work with you and to ensure that agroeconomic transformation is a possibility in Africa. Goodbye for now.